And it is Wednesday, October 3rd, 2018, here with the free live picks. Of course, we're here live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Next Wednesday, we're going to have to figure something out. I got to see when and how we're going to do the show. I have a early flight out of Las Vegas, and I don't know how we're going to do it. We'll figure something out. We always do. Anyways, we do 3 free picks here every single day. No exceptions. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Hope you guys are having a nice morning. I know the premium members. We had to sweat it out yesterday, but we got that win with the Colorado Rockies. For those of you that are regulars here, you know that nothing. There's few things that could happen in the world that make me happier than seeing the opposing team celebrating gigantic wins at Wrigley Field on back-to-back days. How awesome was that? I mean, we had the Brewers celebrating the division win at Wrigley on Monday, and then we had the Rockies celebrating the wild card win at Wrigley after Javi Baez and Contreras. I mean, they're just asses, you know? It's like, act professional, guys. I know they can't. They play for the Cubs. But, man, was that awesome. That was just the best. Back-to-back nights. Heartbreakers. You know, both the Brewers game, it was kind of a solid beating, but last night's game was just a heartbreaker. And it really showed, you know, just Theo Epstein, the genius, how he probably made one of the worst offseason moves of any team in baseball. And it was highlighted last night when, you know, they just didn't have the pitching staff to stack up at the end. But, yeah, the Cubs got every call last night that there was. They got every call there was. John Lester, the strike zone that he was given was absolutely ridiculous. They were calling those pitch strikes. And I think if you call those pitch strikes, it happens in baseball, but it's got to go both ways. They were not giving Freeland the upper end of the strike zone. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. I don't know if the National League needs to get rid of the pitcher hitting. I love defense, so I think that that's part of the game, and I think when you have the pitcher hitting, I think that that adds to the strategy of the game, and it makes, you know, the managing of the game a lot better than it is in the American League, where you have to decide if this pitcher is hot, do we keep him in and sacrifice the hitting, or do we let him, you know, do we take him out because we have a better chance to get a hit with a pinch hitter? I think that's it's a better game, you know, to me personally. And see, I'm anti-DH, so it works both ways. I just think that you know, it's maybe for fantasy baseball or something the DH is better, but I don't play fantasy baseball, so I don't care. But anyways, we do 3 free picks here every single day. I put a post up in the Facebook group about some of these NFL lines. I did the podcast last night, and Tony is saying that my voice came out double, like a double voice on it. So I don't think he's posted it. But I don't know. I'll have to check it out. But we do 3 free picks here every single day. If you look at the title, you'll see exactly what picks we're given. Pretty basic stuff. Of course, I am headed to Vegas today, so if anyone's going to be around in Vegas over the next week, look me up. I'll come watch a game with you if we can make it work. Just setting up the YouTube channel. I know some people they ask what I'm doing when I'm doing this, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm setting up the YouTube channel. They make you do it as you go. They don't let you do it ahead of time. Anyways, see if any other comments here. Yep, I have my coffee here every morning too. It's 5:10 a.m. in the morning here for me, and that's one of the nice things about going to Vegas is the show's a little later, and also when everyone else switches to daylight savings time, we don't, or when the clocks change for everybody else, we don't switch. So for me, I'll get to do the show at 6 a.m. as opposed to 5 a.m. coming up, but we might change the time of the show then, which happens. But anyways, let's look at this wild card game between the A's and the Yankees. I think we're going to see a lot of runs in this one. The A's are going with a bullpen game, which I always think is, I think the bullpen game might be the wave of the future in baseball. Kind of the way that, before the Cincinnati Reds and the Nasty Boys, we didn't really see the setup man in baseball. We used to see the closer. I mean, there's been the closer for quite some time. The Oakland A's had Raleigh Fingers and, the Goose and all those guys. But the setup man and the setup to the setup and, the sixth inning on, this stuff all started with the Nasty Boys, Cincinnati Reds. That's really where I remember Rob Dibble and Charlton, right? All those guys, the Nasty Boys. And, of course, they took down the Oakland A's in the World Series that year, which was a big, big upset. But they did it with Lou Piniella doing that managing. Of course, certain teams have taken that to a whole nother level. The St. Louis Cardinals, where watching a Cardinals game, it could take 5-6 hours for a 1-0 game because they're constantly, changing pitchers. But what we see now this year, the bullpen game, and I think this is Shane mentioned that the National League needs to get rid of the pitcher hitting. I don't think it's going to matter because I think we're going to see more and more of these bullpen games, and I think in the National League where you have the pitcher hitting, if you have the bullpen game, you just have a pinch hitter every single time, so it wouldn't even matter. You could basically have 3 different DHs. So you could really get like some of these guys at the end of the rope that are really good hitters, and you could have them, just bat once a game. So you could see guys extending their careers into their, 50 years old. If it's, if Jimmy has a pick, he can put that in the Facebook group. This is my show. I'm gonna put my picks here, and you can put yours in the Facebook group, or you could do your own YouTube video. Start your own webpage, put your picks out there. That'd be awesome. Just let us know about it. My email is mitch@sportschatplace.com. Shoot me an email. Let me know. I'll go check out your videos, your website. If you want to give out your picks. If not, you can put them in the Facebook group. You're welcome to. But I think I'm with everybody here, and I think I like the over in this one. I've little faith in Severino as far as what he's done the second half of the season. He looked on fire early, and he was one of the top pitchers in baseball. I know at home he's been pretty good, regardless, but still, he's playing against an Oakland A's team that just seems to not do anything exceptional, like a superstar level. But what they do is they find that weakness in the other team, kind of like with Bill Belichick, right? What he does in New England, where he finds that one little weakness and he twists and he twists and he twists. And the A's do that, right? They just twist and twist and twist. And it's like, it's almost like the other team begs for mercy, after they just pick. And then they have, Chris Davis, who, he looks like he's flailing half the game, and then all of a sudden he connects, and, it's a home run, and, before you know it, it's 8-1. And, this is what the A's have done for years. We were early adapters on the A's. Probably saved us a few days. It wasn't our best baseball season, but we certainly got on the A's early. Meanwhile, the Yankees, it was an up and down season for them. They had some injuries, and I think, that bullpen that was supposed to be all that in a bag of chips never really developed into that bullpen that we saw like last night from the Rockies and the Brewers and, these bullpens that have been just absolutely crazy good. We didn't see that from the Yankees, who were expected to have the best bullpen this season. And, as we've seen from the Astros and, some of these other teams in recent World Series, that bullpen is what gets it done. The Royals did it with the bullpen, right? This is what gets it done in the postseason is this bullpen. And, that's why the Nasty Boys were successful, and that's why you see so many teams going to these bullpen, go to the bullpen earlier and earlier, starting pitchers going, 5 innings. Regardless, I think this game goes over. I do. I just think that the Yankees have explosive bats. They can put runs on the board in a hurry, and I think that the A's are hittable across the board. They're pitching. The A's, they're going to play fundamentally sound baseball, but there's nothing fundamentally sound you can do about an Aaron Judge home run to the upper deck. There's just nothing you can do to do it. You can make the best pitch. This guy, he can just do it. Stanton, same way. And, the Yankees have other guys that hit home runs too and can, really hit the long ball. They're going to take advantage of the A's mistakes as well. I think the A's take advantage of the Yankees' mistakes more peck. But runs nonetheless. I like the over in the Yankees-A's game. That'll be my first pick of today's show. It's a super square play, as Brian Bitler always says. Yesterday we went against the grain with the Rockies and the under, but I really like the over in this one. And I didn't like that whole they're tired angle. I think the tired angle doesn't make any sense to me. These are the top athletes in the world. So the tired angle doesn't fly with me. The have to fly and travel angle, that doesn't fly with me either with teams that play a 162 game schedule. But the better teams are going to win in the big games. But in this game, I think what we're going to see is some scoring and some runs and probably a little bit long game, even though it might not go the extra innings as last night. The game might last as long just because of all of the hitting that's going to go on. That'll be our first pick for today's show. Of course, we do 3 free picks every single day. We talk about games all day long. We have free picks on every single game, every single day at sportschatplace.com. Our best bet's always at sportschatexperts.com as well as sportschatplace.com Premium and Premium Plus. Having a little bit of problems here on the Facebook group, but so be it. We'll get to it later. Can't see your comments. It's basically the problem I'm having. But I have other ways. We are resourceful. I'll be in New York next Wednesday and Thursday. David is asking. But anyways, we do 3 free picks every single game, every single day. Free picks. We did 3 free picks on this show every day. Our best bets, of course, is at Sports Chat.
Get 3 free picks every single.
SportsChatExperts.com, as well as SportsChatPlace.com Premium and Premium Plus. Okay, so let's take a look at this NBA preseason schedule we got tonight. You know, I was less of a fan of the NBA a few years ago. I kind of had really soured on it. I had gone to school in Boston back in the 80s when the Red Sox were, or the Red Sox, the Celtics were really, and the Lakers, it was all that stuff was going on. And I really liked the NBA back then, but man, I don't know. I found that some of the players in the NBA have been so unlikable. But now I think we're starting to get to like a younger guys that kind of get it. I mean, I understand the whole tatted up thing, and I think some of these guys take it a little too far. And maybe what was his name, the Birdman or whatever they called him. Maybe he showed everyone that this is what happens when you go a little too far with the tats. But for the most part, I think that they have a really good group of young guys coming up, and I like the way the NBA is going. I don't like the super teams idea, but so be it. Anyways, got a few games going on tonight, and one of these is going to be the Bulls up against the Bucks. Bulls getting 6.5 points in this thing. They're banged up already. It's like the season hasn't even started, and they're banged up. And I don't know. I still think the Bulls get it done. I think the Bulls just always seem to find a way. They're kind of the thorn in the side team. Markkanen's out, and Valentine is out. It's just, I don't know. That puts the Bulls kind of right in their wheelhouse. They haven't covered the spread in the dog's age. So why not now? I like the Bulls in this one. That'll be my second pick of today's show. We're going to take the points. I think in the preseason, taking the points generally seems to be a nice place to be. But anyways, we do 3 free picks every single day. Of course, our best bet, Sports Chat Premium Plus, Sports Chat Place, Sports Chat Experts. I'll be in Vegas for the next week, and we'll be doing the show from there. Guys, we've done tons of shows from Vegas over the years. I have a place there, and yeah, it should be fun. So if you're in Vegas this coming week, hit me up. We'll go watch a game or something. You guys know Miami, Florida State is Saturday, so you guys know I'll be ready for that one. It's my favorite game of the year. My favorite sport. Let's take a look at the late hockey game. We got the Sharks up against the Ducks, and as someone that's not so much of a hockey fan as some of the other people out there, I don't know, is it me or do the Sharks and the Ducks just seem to play all the time? I mean, they play all the time. It seems that these teams play each other like every day. So they're playing today, and it's no mystery, but one thing that we know about this series is that the Sharks have absolutely dominated. A lot of the games have been close, so it's tough to lay the puck line here. I hate laying these kind of odds, but when you look at this, the Sharks have won 6 in a row against the Ducks. And I think that at home, I think they get it done here. So I hate laying this price, but my pick is going to be the Sharks. So that's our 3 free picks for today. We took the Chicago Bulls plus the points. We took the San Jose Sharks. Chalky pick. If you guys follow me, you know that that's way outside of my comfort zone, minus 170. But we'll lay it nonetheless. And we took the over in the wild card game, which, as Brian Bitler says, that is a very square play. And I would tread lightly on that over. But anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow from Vegas.